many people to do it, and you believe in yourself, and you wake up early, you spend a Saturday morning early to look at all these different companies, you make a list. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. The 5 P's, my father said to me, if you had prepared properly, you would not have performed so badly. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So you get ready on Saturday, Sunday afternoon. You go looking for these companies. You make a list and you check it and you have their names. And Monday morning, or you set it up that all these resumes go to those companies. You can do it. Technology can do it for you. While you sleep, it goes out. But you cannot just do it on Monday and never go back again. You have to practice working and getting things done, because it's not comfortable in that job. I would invest the money somewhere. I know, eh? I like that. So what I am trying to say is that you need to do something to wake yourself up, to find what you're looking for. Sometimes it's not that some of you ladies are retired, but you do not like a certain thing that's working for you, and you have to decide, is this working for my highest good? It's always for your highest good. And a lot of people my age, we weren't brought up to believe we had highest goods. We had to look after the highest goods of everybody. But is it working for me? There comes a time you have to say, no, it's not working for me. And I do not like it. I always said, when I choose to change my life, all I knew for sure, I didn't like where I was. It wasn't going to keep me safe. I didn't know where I was going, and I didn't know how to function there, but I figured I have to go. I cannot stay. I have to go. And you guys know I'm a weird human being. I pray. And when I want something and it's not working, I go further back to how I did it then. And I made a novena to St. Jude. And St. Jude, my cousin, when I said I'm praying to St. Jude to get out of this job. And then she said, I don't pray to St. Jude. It takes too long. So anyway, I had this manager and she was from hell. And it was a lot of fun because she was so stupid. She couldn't write properly, but somehow she found herself in that position. And she would not give me an opportunity to be a certified financial planner. And that story is too long to tell you. But I made a novena to St. Jude, the saint of the impossible cases. And I worked it. I have little children at home. And she couldn't see me shine because I was so good at sales. So she put me to work in the 3rd basement. The vault was placed at King & Young in that bank before the bank was built. It took 22 horses to drag it from the shores of Lake Ontario to bring it up there. So that means you don't go down 1, you go down 2, you go down 3 levels. And only the rich and the famous comes there because it's a vault. Being Catholic, I had no other choice. I started rolling my rosary every hour on the hour. And one day, all of a sudden, I just felt as if there's 100 people in the room. And all there's energies. I looked up 5 to the hour, sat the rosary. And then, you get to know people. They all ask you, why are you here? You shouldn't be here. But you don't pay too much attention. You just say, I have to feed my family. I must be here. So anyway, one day, she was sick and somebody was sick somewhere else. So they asked me if I could go to the mezzanine to work. There's a piano there. There's just a beautiful bank, brass cleaned every day. And Jerry the messenger was there. And all of a sudden, the only thing I had was a little pocket Bible. I carried it with me. So I'm sitting there reading the Bible because I had nothing to do. And then all of a sudden, I sensed as if I thought it was Jerry. So I just ignored it and it wasn't. St. Jude said he will help you. That's all. And then, of course, me, I couldn't let that vision pass without having my say. So I go, tell St. Jude I cannot stay. I have to go. 3 times, and the vision disappeared. And then the next day, Carolyn Ball called me. She knew me, and she said, "What are you?" And I told her. She said, "Come over to City Hall. I need somebody here." And she transferred me from there to City Hall, and it was like my what you call it. I just flew like a rocket after that. There was nothing in my way. So, but all I could do was pray. So I did that. If that's all you can do, do it well. But do not stop either. And be quiet so you can listen. If I hadn't been in silence and stillness with this Bible in my hand, I wouldn't have heard the vision that gave me hope for 24 hours. St. Jude said he will help you. Can you believe you need help as an ordinary thing? And somebody says, "You know what, Tessa-Marie, I'll help you. You know what, Lisa, you know what, Loretta, you know what, Betty, Nancy, I'll help you. You feel better, Yuko, I'll help you." It gives you hope. St. Jude said he'll help me. And for that, I always honor him. No, if you're not Catholic, you wouldn't get it. And it's okay though. But we need to know that staying where is not comfortable. It shouldn't be you. You don't even know who you were meant to be. You went through that journey, and maybe at that point you had to take a detour. To stay in a position that is not management and not moving up for 25 years is simply crazy. Jillian used to make me laugh. She used to say, "Mom, I'm in it for a good time, but not for a long time." 2 to 3 years. When the manager said to her, or this what is a manager, he said to her, "Jillian, you cannot leave. I need you." And she said, "Well, Ken, you have a choice. When you either have to die, or you have to retire. Which one are you going to do? Because the next position is yours." And then she left. So you have to know. So it's not only that. It's the house you're living in. The landlord isn't fixing it. It's rotten. You need to do something. And when you sit there and say, "Well, all I can pay is a cheap rent," that is saying in the thorns, "I'm staying because it's a cheap rent." That is what I couldn't learn. I couldn't learn to buy a car because I was depending on my husband's back then. You see? So I applied my own credit card limit was $500. You have to do that. And the thing is that you cannot stay there. The rent is not good. It's not good. There is hope somewhere else. The thing is you have to try. You have to step out. It's only when you go and you lift the tub and you look under it. That's when the prince found Cinderella. The frog told him the prettiest one is under the tub. The 2 ugly sisters were standing there. That is how they turn it around in Dominica. And they said, "La plus belle balabai," meaning the prettiest one is under the tub. When he flipped the tub, they had covered her. So you have to flip the tub for you to find the best for you. You have to flip the tub. Nobody's going to flip that tub for you. Nobody is going to cut the thorns away for you. I grow roses. My neighbor next door said to me, "I don't like roses. They have thorns." And she did this. I love roses. And I will take my time and I'll pick or use a knife and take the thorns out just so I can get to the rose. It takes time to take away the thorns. When you have this type of thorns in your body, it takes time. When you're surrounded by thorns. Bear Rabbit, by the way, needed to be there because he was always committing crimes. He was stealing from others. When they call it, Loretta knows the word, I don't, Larry's tale. When they're telling tales, the older people sitting and they're telling tales and they're having roasted corn and they're telling stories. And they'll tell you about Bear Rabbit and Bear Nancy, the cockroach and all of that. They tell you stories about these things. And Bear Rabbit was always in trouble because he kept stealing from everybody else or tricking people, believing he was smart. Remember his little folly with the tortoise, with the turtle? He rushed ahead and said, "I'll get there and I'll snooze." That's Bear Rabbit. And while he was snoozing, guess what happened, guy? The little turtle crawl and run the race. You have to plan. It's not working, do not stay. It's not comfortable. Just like he stayed you can stay in it, but it's going to scratch you. And you are the one carrying those thorns. Nobody else is carrying those thorns for you. So one of the things you have to remember, it's not safe to stay somewhere where you're not comfortable. Whether it's a relationship, a job, or an environment, it's not comfortable. Do something. If you cannot see a way out, spend time asking for guidance over and over and over again. Even when you have to make a decision, you have a guardian angel. Whether you believe it or not, you have it. If you're a Christian or you have it, the Muslim have 4. The Jews have Metroton. And the Catholics and those we have millions. Legions of angels. That's just how it is. So if you are not functioning at maximum, it's because you not believe that you can get help. That spiritual connection and that help to your guardian angel, that face that flashes by you, that thing that you turn your head, it's the smell, the fragrances you have, and you know you shouldn't have those fragrances, that's your guardian angel. The idea you got not to go this way, to go that way, and you followed it, that was your guardian angel. So go to them and say, I need help. Do not go to your guardian angel and say, fix my husband, or fix my wife, or make me get that job. No. Say, your guardian angel already knows what you desire, what you need in your life. Your guardian angel knows that. You do not have to put it in words anymore. You only have to say, help me. And when you ask and you release it to the guardian angel, do not go back and take it back. You can, and it will be given back to you to manage because you have free will. And your guardian angel will accept that you have free will and will not force you to leave it with them. They'll say, okay. But when you feel as if it's not working, you talk to your guardian angel and you go, okay, you got this, right, guardian angel? Name your guardian angel so you can get out of those thorns. You're in a bad relationship and this young lady has to connect to her guardian angel, the lady in the story and the password thing. Go to the guardian angel and say to your guardian angel, talk to their guardian angel. Don't tell them what you're looking for. If you knew, you would have done it. All you know, you need divine intervention. Go to your guardian angel. Okay, guardian angel. My guardian angel is Joyce. And Joyce is so busy, according to my sister. Your guardian angel, oh my God, she needs a vacation. I said, well, she'll have to get one later. But right now, she has to stand up and help. Go to your and say, guardian angel, talk to so-and-so for me. So-and-so's guardian angel, not them. And do not say, I want you to fix them. I want you to make them like me. I want you to make them behave. They know what you're going through. Repetition is not a prayer. It's begging. So you just say, guardian angel, Joyce, talk to the guardian angel of anybody, your own children. Sometimes you want to get through. And you can. So talk to my son's guardian angel. Name them. You don't go to your son and you don't say anything. And you just wait. Just wait. And you'll see the attitude change. So that's what it is. That is not a right place to be. Staying in the thorns. You have so much help. There's so many ways we can get out of that briar patch. If you think Bear Rabbit is in there because he likes it, no. He likes to stay there because it's a safe place. He will come out when nobody's watching. And if you want to take a lesson, then you come out when nobody is watching. You do what you have to do to get out of there. So if you stayed in a situation that poked and scratched at your soul simply because you were afraid of what was waiting for you in the open field, well, this is the Briar Patch. It's not only a place of pain, but as a place we mistake for a fortress. It's hurtful there. So have a great day.